What's up? What's good? You know who it is. Your favorite guy on your favorite show, Zillionaire, was popping. Make sure you like, share, subscribe to the channel if you're new and hit that notification to get alerts to all my new videos, man. I'm constantly posting new content. Now, you know my series on Monster Moms. You know, it's sort of like the TV show Snapped, okay? With commentary, all right? Now, it's a lot of mothers out here killing their children, and it's really sad. It really is. And women are having babies that they really do not want, okay? If the child doesn't benefit them, they'll usually kill them or, try to get rid of them or do something horrible to them. This woman right here named Janee Dickson had a daughter named Kamaya Jean Baptiste, okay? She beat her daughter to death, all right? 7-year-old daughter. This woman is 26. Look how old this woman looks. She's only 26. Yes, it's like the younger generation are looking older. It's looking older than the older generation. And the older generation looking younger than the younger generation. It's just crazy. Your lifestyle puts those years and puts those spirits on you, man. You looking old. Now, her simp boyfriend, listen to what happened. The story is very sickening, okay? First of all, she makes her simp boyfriend pull over. She beats her daughter for 10 to 15 minutes. Do you know how long 10 to 15 minutes is? With objects that were from the car. He sat there and watched her. Just watched her half kill her daughter. Okay, this is the first beating. Okay, they pull over. So they get back in the car. All right. They drive to a cemetery. She tells him to take her up to the local cemetery. And she beats her for 30 more minutes out by the cemetery. This is sad, man. And he sat there and watched. See, a lot of these dudes don't care. They don't have nowhere to stay. All they want is some coochie. That's all these men want is coochie nowadays. That's all they want. And they sit up in your house and they're not going to correct it. They're not going to correct their women because they know that the woman's going to get mad and put them out their house. These type of women, you cannot correct them. All right. And he's a bum. He's living off her, driving her car. She telling him what to do. She controlling him. And he didn't tell her to stop one time because he was afraid that she might tell him to get out of her house or afraid that she might flip out on him. It's just sad. He sat there and watched this whole thing. And this is what he tells the police, okay? He tells the police that she beats her daughter like this regularly. Really. This is normal behavior in the household. And he sat there and watched it. Just watched this little girl get her head beat in. So that let me know he's a piece of garbage too. All right? Because anytime you sit there and you watch this, he didn't care either. All he cared about was a place to stay, getting some coochie. And all she cared about is having some dick in the house. Didn't want her daughter, okay? The reason why she was beating her daughter, she says, because her daughter needed to go to the bathroom. And she kept asking, Mother, can y'all pull over so I can pee? I have to pee really bad. So she kept telling her to shut up and be quiet. You know how it is. When the kid got to go, they got to go. You got to find them a place to go to the bathroom. I don't care if it's an outhouse or, I don't know, porta potty, restaurant, anywhere you can find a bathroom, McDonald's, Wendy's, just get them to the restroom. She didn't care that her daughter had to go to the bathroom. So if she didn't take her daughter to the bathroom and she was beating her all this time, the little girl probably peed on herself. And that's why she was beating her so bad. You don't take her to the bathroom and she pees on herself and you beat her half to death because she pees in your car. And he sits there and watches. These generation of men are horrible. They're just horrible, man. They sit there and watch women do stuff and they don't correct them. They don't correct them. A woman that you really love and care about, you're going to tell her when she's wrong, whether she gets mad or not, because you love her. You don't want to see her do nothing to harm herself, harm others around her, or do something to mess her life up. So you're correcting her like, hold on, sweetheart, stop this. Cut this out. You're going to kill your child the way you're beating her. You want to spend the rest of your life in prison, for beating your child half to death? No, these simps won't say nothing. They'll sit there and they'll condone this behavior. So he's just as bad as her. He enabled this behavior. He condoned this behavior. He sat back and didn't say anything while she's beating her daughter to death. And that's sad that you beat her for 10, 15 minutes on a side street. Then you go to a cemetery and beat her for 30 more minutes. So you basically almost beat your daughter for an hour straight. Do you know how long that is, bro? Do you know how long that is for a whooping? And he said that she beat her daughter with an object from the car. Then she beat her with two different objects when they got to the cemetery. So I guess when you were beating your daughter at the cemetery, you had already planned in the back of your mind that you were going to kill her. Hello, somebody. You took your daughter to another location after you was beating her at a side street. Then you go to a cemetery and you beat your daughter half to death at the cemetery. You plan on burying her. And then, as they said, as she got back in the car, her daughter kept saying she couldn't breathe. All the shock, all the trauma, and everything, she couldn't breathe. That's how bad she beat this girl. Ended up having to take her to the hospital where she died from blunt force trauma. Ah, boy. When I read the story, my eyes really did water up. I'm not even going to lie to you. My eyes watered up. I couldn't believe how heinous, how horrible, how treacherous, how cruel, how brutal, how evil can you be to beat your own flesh and blood like this, man? Blows my mind. Women that don't want their children, just give them up for adoption or something. It's simple as that. Go down to CPS and say, I have a child, and I really don't want this child. I don't. Dick is more important. I just want some dick in the house. The other baby father, I'm not with him now, so I don't want his kid. It's not benefiting me. She's just in the way. I got to take care of her. I don't want to take care of her. I don't want my child. Just say that. Just say these kids don't have a chance in our society, in our hoods, in our communities. These kids don't have a chance, man. And the abuse and the murder of children are escalating. These SIMP men sit back, don't say nothing. Abusive, violent, ignorant mothers just killing their children out of anger, resentment, and just pure pain that they feel from not being with the father and not benefiting from the child. If you don't want your child, man, just give it up. These kids are not asked to be here. They didn't ask to suffer like this, and asked to be abused. This crime is like beyond treacherous because you beat your daughter in two different locations. One location, you beat her for like 10, 15 minutes. The next location, you beat her at a cemetery for almost 30 minutes. You go from a side street to a cemetery while your boyfriend sat in the car and watched you. Blows my mind, man. Blows my mind. Oh, man. Monster moms, man. Man. I'm your boy Zillionaire, man. Put your thoughts in the comments. Let me know what you think about this, man. Heartbreaking. It's just really heartbreaking, man. Like I said, when I first read the story, my eyes watered up a little bit because I just couldn't believe how you could just do this to a little girl. And all she asked was to go to the bathroom. That was it. And you killed her for asking you to go to the bathroom. You kept telling her to shut up. And she's saying, I have to go to the bathroom. And you beat her half to death because I guess she couldn't hold her pee. And she pees in the car. When a person does something like that, there are deeper issues going on. When a person beats their daughter for almost 45 minutes in two different locations and also beat her almost half to death at a cemetery, is something deeper going on. Those signs right there told you she didn't want this little girl. And subconsciously, she acted out on it. I'm out of here.